Coming up this week on the show,
Elliot talks about the possible return to 5-day schedule.
Jackson follows the career of a veteran Fort Mill teacher.
And we've got a special thank you to our teachers.
It's Friday, November 6th, and the buzz starts right now.
Happy Friday, Fort Mill. I'm Evan.
And I'm Bella. As some of our sports seasons come to an end, others are just beginning.
Delaney caught us up with a Fort Mill coach.
Hey Fort Mill, I'm Delaney and you're watching The Buzz Sports.
Cross country will compete in the 5A state meet today. Good luck to our runners. The cheer team will compete in the Trojan Invitational this Saturday, and varsity football will play away tonight against Indian Land.
Earlier this week, I had a chance to sit down with Coach Klippa, the girls basketball coach, to talk about their upcoming season. So last year, the girls' overall record was 12-12. What are your expectations for this upcoming season?
You know, I'm really excited about the group we have. As a first-year coach last year, you know, it always takes some time to establish the culture you want within the program, to establish your routines, your expectations, the way you want the team to play. And we really felt like we started to see that towards the end of our season. We really started to kind of peak in region play and compete with some high-level teams, you know, beating Rock Hill, who was ranked in the state at the time, competing well with Nation Ford, across the way, who's always a good competitive team. So we thought we really start to see our team perform well at the end of the season. So we're excited to get to carry that over. We have a great group of returners. We've got 6 seniors this year, and a couple other returners along with them, and adding some good newcomers coming up from JV we're really excited about. So I think it could be a fun season for us.
So taking everything you guys learned from the end of the season and from competing against those high-level region teams like Rock Hill, what is the team's goals for this season?
Yeah, I think, you know, like you said, carrying over what we had from last season is part of it was just the girls realizing, okay, we can compete with these teams. Wait a minute, like we belong out here. We can compete if we come in and take care of business and do the things that we're supposed to do every day. And so I think the biggest thing for us, we want to make playoffs again. We want to finish, you know, top 2 in our region is a major goal for us. And so for us, it's going to be a process throughout the season of really building and hopefully peaking at the right time come region play in January so that we're ready to accomplish that.
What is your guys' plan or regimen, or what are you going to implement in practice to help you guys make it to that region playoff level?
Yeah, I think it's huge. The way we practice is the way we're going to play. We talk about that all the time. Every coach loves cheesy quotes. I don't think you can have the job title if you don't like cheesy quotes,
Absolutely.
right? So what we talked about yesterday is one of my favorites, that everybody likes to eat, but not everybody's willing to hunt. So everybody wants the reward, everybody wants to win the region, everybody wants to go to playoffs, but not everybody's willing to put in the work it takes to get there. So for us, it's going to be for 90 minutes every day in practice, playing fast, being competitive, playing at a really high level with really high energy. And so that's what we're trying to implement this year. And I think we've got the group to do it. It should be fun.
All right, well, thank you, Coach Klippa. I hope the girls have a fantastic season. I'm Delaney reporting for the Buzz Sports.
Thanks, Delaney. It's crazy to think how fast this semester is flying by.
It really is. In fact, there have already been discussions about our schedule next semester.
I heard Fort Mill might return 5 days a week in January.
So have I. Here's Elliot with a report on how our schedule might change.
The Fort Mill School District has made the decision to possibly go back to school 5 days a week next semester. There's controversy among parents and students alike. So I went to go talk to the Chief's Communication Officer to learn more about why this decision was made.
Well, at this time, the district did announce that it is our intent to go back to a full 5-day instructional model for both our middle and high school students with the change in semester on January 26th. Part of the reason for making that announcement now is that we're asking all of our high school students to make a declaration of whether or not they want to go virtual or continue with in-person instruction, and they have to make that decision by November 6th. So we needed to let them know that that is our intent to do that in January. The district is still going to continue to monitor the situation between now and then. We're going to be looking at all of our protocols, the ones we currently have placed, and anything that we can add as additional safety measures. And obviously we'll keep tracking the impact of COVID in our area as it comes through till the January time of coming back.
I also wanted to get the opinion of some Fort Mill students to see what they think about this decision.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to come back 5 days a week, and I think it'll just help my grades out better, honestly, because they're kind of lacking because of the every other day thing.
I don't think returning back to school on a normal 5-day schedule next semester is a wise decision because the COVID cases are still spiking and there's no current vaccine for it. And next semester, you cannot social distance with the amount of people that would be going back to school.
No, I don't agree with the 5-day schedule because I think it's still kind of dangerous and we can't social distance.
The return to full-time learning all depends on whether or not COVID numbers remain low. At last check, Fort Mill schools were reporting 10 students and 6 staff cases in the whole district. Today is the last day to decide whether or not to go online or stay in school. All high school parents should have received a form to make their decision. Reporting for The Buzz, I'm Elliot.
Thanks, Elliot. I'm interested to see how everything turns out.
While this might be a big adjustment for students, teachers have been going to school every day.
Teaching doesn't seem like an easy job, and the dedication our Fort Mill teachers have shown is amazing.
History teacher Mr. Kosenki has been a Yellow Jacket for a while, and Jackson talked to him about his teaching career.
Well, I had a Mr. Kozenki back in 2013, 2014 for AP US History. It was an intimidating class, but I learned a lot. I had to learn about time management. I had to really make sure that I did all of the reading for his class. It truly did make me a better student. Also learned quite a lot about US history, much more than I actually knew before. A lot of stuff, a lot of information too that I've kept with me and kept onto that knowledge, especially as I went into college and got into teaching as well.
Mr. Kosenki absolutely shaped who I am as an educator. As a principal, he is one of the veteran teachers that I check the weather with. I see what's going on in the school by asking Mr. Kosenki, and his opinion weighs very, very heavy with me. But he is the same such leader with all the teachers, I think, as well. That a lot of people look to him for advice, for his take on things, and he is a calming force on our faculty, and we're very lucky to have had him for as long as we have.
Mr. Kosenki, I wish you the best. You have literally served so many people, particularly even teachers that have come back to serve this school. So I really appreciate everything you've done for everyone and done for me as well.
Mr. Kosenki is absolutely one of my favorite teachers of all time, and I mean that as his former student. Mr. Kosenki made a huge impact on my life, and that I didn't even know that I always knew I was going to be a teacher, but I never knew I was going to be a history teacher. Coming back to Fort Mill was my dream, to work alongside Mr. Kosenki, and I got to do that to start off my career here at Fort Mill High School. Such an amazing presence in my life. He is an amazing teacher and an amazing friend to me, and his impact has shaped me and my direction in education. And I wish him well in everything he does in retirement. I hope he watches a lot of Battlestar Galactica and Star Wars in retirement and stays in touch with me, because I know my life will be better for it.
Thanks, Jackson. Fort Mill will be sad to see him go.
Of course, there's more than one Fort Mill teacher who deserves a thank you. Let's hear from our students about what they have to say.
I'd like to really thank just all teachers, especially because during this whole thing that's been going on, they've really had to adapt and kind of overcome and go above and beyond to get a good, proper learning environment. And they've done a really good job with kind of just helping the students out during these tough times.
I want to thank the teachers who really made an effort into helping their students adapt to the new schedule change in the smoothest way they could, even though it must have been extremely difficult.
Mr. Gibson.
And why?
Just because he's a really good teacher and he tells really good stories.
I'll thank my math teacher, Miss Perez,
and my U.S. history teacher, Mr. Morgan, because they're probably the ones that have made it most comfortable through this whole corona situation, and they've been doing the best while teaching, doing the A-B schedule and everything. So
thank you to all of the teachers, both virtual and in person, for always working hard and keeping our school safe, even during these not ideal times. We appreciate you all so much.
I wanted to thank Miss Durkees because she relates to the students and makes it easier for us.
Thank you, teachers, for making the school year work. We all are super thankful that we've gotten to go back to school and see our friends again, and you all made this work. Thank you for making the A-B schedule work and spending extra time out of your day figuring out lessons for the people at home. We really appreciate it.
Thank you to our teachers for all that you do. That's all we have for you this week. Until next time, I'm Evan.
And I'm Bella.
Have a fantastic Friday, Fort Mill.